Jonathan H. Smith, born January 17, 1972, better known by his stage name Lil Jon, is an American rapper and record producer. Personal life. In 2004, Lil Jon married Nicole and together they have a son, Nathan, known as DJ Yenslade. Lil Jon has stated that one of his greatest joys is seeing everything come full circle with his son, who has been DJing since the age of 11. He is an avid fan of all of Atlanta's sports teams, which included the NHL's Atlanta Thrashers until they relocated to Winnipeg in 2011. He also follows the Las Vegas teams, claiming that being in the city during the 2017 Las Vegas shooting and seeing the community response made him want to support what he calls his second home. His support for the Vegas Golden Knights led to him appearing in the Team 2019 documentary Valiant and being given a Stanley Cup ring after their 2023 title, which he wore. During the Super Bowl 58 halftime show, he is also a fan of University of Tennessee Volunteers and DJ Sterl the Pearl, who adopted his hit song Turn Down for What on third downs, changing it to Third Down for What. On October 4, 2014, Lil Jon made an appearance via Jumbotron encouraging the Volunteers to beat the University of Florida Gators, and also visited the Volunteers, giving them a pep talk. Lil Jon is a notable Atlanta resident and appears on advertisements in Hartsfield-Jackson Airport welcoming new arrivals to the city. He also appears on the Jumbotron at Mercedes-Benz Stadium during Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United games. During Super Bowl 53 held in Atlanta in 2019, Lil Jon appeared in the NFL's This Is Atlanta promotional video to welcome incoming visitors to the city, alongside fellow Atlanta residents, former Atlanta Hawks basketball player Dominique Wilkins, former Atlanta Braves baseball player Chipper Jones, civil rights icons Congressman John Lewis, and former Congressman, Ambassador to the United Nations and Mayor of Atlanta Andrew Young, rappers Big Boy and Killer Mike, singer Rosanda Thomas, Chili of TLC, comedian Jeff Foxworthy, and television personality Ryan Seacrest. Organized by musician Jermaine Dupri, a host of Atlanta area high school drummers, local brass musicians and the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra also appeared and supplied the underlying music. Lil Jon also appeared in CBS Sports' official open of the network's coverage of the game. In 2024, Lil Jon converted to Islam. Early life. Smith was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and raised in a middle-class neighborhood located in southwest Atlanta. He is the oldest of 5 children born to his father, an aerospace engineer with former military service, and his mother, with a medical career within the military. 3 of his siblings would later follow their parents' lead and also serve in the United States military. Smith attended Beecher Hills Elementary School and Southwest Middle School, both located within the Atlanta Public School District. His mother described him as a high achiever early on in addition to being independent and a passionate reader. While in middle school, Smith became lifelong friends with Robert McDowell, Dwayne Emperor Searcy, future DJ and radio personality for Radio 1's WHTA, and Vince Phillips, named as one of Billboard's top music lawyers since 2020, who would become business partners. The foursome quickly became immersed in the skateboarding culture and would later work at Skate Escape, a popular skate and bicycle shop near the city's iconic Piedmont Park. While his best friends attended Benjamin E. Mays High School, Smith attended Frederick Douglass High School for their magnet program and was a member of the marching band. They also began to frequently attend concerts at the Masquerade to see their favorite bands, including Agent Orange and Red Hot Chili Peppers. At the age of 15, Smith taught himself how to DJ, and although his parents were strict, they gave him a chance to work on his DJ skills by allowing him to have house parties in the basement of the family home, citing that they would rather have him under their watch than for him to be in the street somewhere. The parties, hosted by Smith and Searcy, oldie and chicken parties, became popular with local teens. In addition to working at the skate shop, Smith also began spinning at house parties and working in local dance clubs as a DJ. Eventually, Smith became an in-house DJ at Phoenix, a popular Atlanta nightclub at the time. It was there he would meet established music artists such as Jermaine Dupri, TLC, The Notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, and Mary J. Blige. He was instrumental in the commercial breakthrough of the hip-hop subgenre crunk in the early 2000s and is often credited as a progenitor of the genre. He was the frontman of the crunk group Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, with whom he has released 5 albums. In addition, Lil Jon served as a producer for most recordings by artists of whom popularized the genre. These include Pitbull, Too Short, E40, Ludacris, Ciara, and Usher. As a producer, Lil Jon has produced several Billboard Hot 100 hit singles including Salt Shaker, Cyclone, Get Low, Snap Yo Fingers, Damn, Freak-a-Leak, Lovers and Friends, Goodies, and Yeah. The latter of which won Lil Jon a Grammy Award for Best Rap/Song Performance as part of his 5 Grammy Award nominations. In 2013, Lil Jon released Turn Down for What with DJ Snake, an EDM single which was certified octuple platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIA. The song went on to win the Billboard Music Award for Top Dance/Electronic Song. The accompanying music video was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Music Video and passed the milestone of 1 billion views on YouTube 7 years after it was released, listed as one of the top Billboard Music Award winners of all time in 2016. Lil Jon has amassed his 8 #1 singles on Billboard's rhythmic chart. Career 1991 to 2000, So Def. After graduating high school, Lil Jon continued to work as a DJ in popular downtown Atlanta clubs. It was there he met Jermaine Dupri. When it came to hiring an A&R to lead his Atlanta-based music label So Def, Dupri stated that all I could think about was Lil Jon, because he was the person in the clubs. He knew people, DJs knew him. I had to hire him. After he was promoted to executive vice president of A&R, Lil Jon recruited DJ Smuff, Shawty Red, Raheem the Dream, and Playa Poncho with others to create the compilation album series, So Def Bass All Stars as his first project, released on May 12, 1996. The album was a success, selling over 500,000 units and was certified gold by the RIA on September 19, 1996. For months after its initial release, the album, executive produced by Lil Jon, included the hit single My Boo by Ghost Town. DJs said it was sampled by Ciara in her 2013 hit Body Party. In 2016, 20 years after its initial release, the song re-entered the Billboard Hot 100 chart at number 29 due to a viral dance video. Lil Jon completed the series, releasing So Def Bass All Stars Volume 2, 1997, and So Def Bass All Stars Volume 3, 1998. Apart from his label commitments, Lil Jon was a radio personality and DJ on Atlanta radio station V103, continued to produce music for outside music artists, and was still working as a DJ at popular clubs around the city. 1995 to 2005, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. In 1995, Lil Jon collaborated with Big Sam and Lil Bo to form a musical rap group, the East Side Boys. In 1996, the group released their debut single, Who You Wit? The song is credited as bringing the term crunk into hip-hop currency. In 1997, the group released their debut album Get Crunk, Who You Wit, the album. The singles Who You Wit, produced by Lil Jon, and Shawty Freak a Lil Somethin', produced by DJ Temp, charted on the Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart at number 70 and number 62, respectively. In 2000, through the newly created label Black Market, the group released their breakthrough album We Still Crunk, which featured the single I Like Dem Girls, which reached number 55 on the Billboard R&B chart and number 3 on the Billboard Hot Rap Tracks chart. The team was well equipped with prior experience at promoting albums and worked to grow the group's fan base across radio markets. Promotional street teams that were hired major music labels to promote their repertoire began to talk within music promotion circles on how successful Lil Jon and his team were on the ground and were gaining radio airplay in radio markets that were usually difficult for non-local artists to break into. Brian Leach, formerly an A&R executive at the now-defunct New York-based label TVT Records, heard about the group and attended their Atlanta show. He was blown away by the group's immense energy. Leach told Hit Quarters, "It was like early Beastie Boys, when they had the energy of a rock group but they were rapping, and that energy is what crunk music is all about." By 2002, Leach signed Lil Jon and the East Side Boys to TVT Records with Black Market delivering the albums to the label. The group released the album Put Yo Hood Up, which combined previously released tracks with new ones. Bia Bia, which featured Ludacris, Too Short, Big Cap, and China White, was the group's first single to be played nationally. Bia Bia peaked at number 97 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 47 on the Billboard R&B chart. The album was certified gold by the RIA in June 2002. In 2002, the group released their sophomore studio album under the label Kings of Crunk with the song I Don't Give a Fuck as the first single. The song featured former No Limit Records artist Mystical and former Ruthless Records artist Crazy Bone. It peaked at number 50 on the Billboard R&B chart. The group's next single, Get Low, featured fellow Atlanta hip-hop grouping Young Twins and became popular in nightclubs nationwide. It reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album was certified multi-platinum by the RIA in August 2004. The song was also featured in Need for Speed Underground, which plays in the main menu as well as gameplay. In 2003, the group released Part 2, a remix album of previously released singles with the 2 new songs. In 2004, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys released what would be the group's last studio album, Crunk Juice. The lead single, What You Gon' Do, featuring Lil Scrappy, peaked at number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 13 on the Billboard R&B chart, and number 5 on the Billboard Rap chart. The second single, Lovers and Friends, featuring Usher and Ludacris, peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 2 on the Billboard R&B chart, and number 1 on the Billboard Rap chart. The album was certified multi-platinum in January 2005, 2 months after it was released, in 2005. After releasing 6 studio albums together and amidst ongoing creative and financial conflicts with TVT, the group disbanded. 2006 present, solo career. In 2006, Lil Jon, in an attempt to fulfill his obligations to TVT, released the single Snap Yo Fingers. The song was produced by Lil Jon and features BME Recordings artists E40 and Sean P. The song peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was certified platinum on November 22, 2006. After the song was released, Lil Jon vowed to never to record for TVT Records again. In 2008, TVT Records, embroiled in legal battles, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. In 2009, Lil Jon was featured on Jay Sean's double platinum single Do You Remember that was featured in the film remake of The Karate Kid. On February 16, 2010, Lil Jon released a song with Pitbull's artist Jamie Drastic called How Many Girls, which is as a track to Jamie Drastic's mixtape, The Magnet. On June 8, 2010, Lil Jon released his first solo album, Crunk Rock, through Universal Republic Records. It featured artists such as LMFAO, Young Twins, Pitbull, 3OH, 3, Ice Cube, Waka Flocka Flame, Stephen Marley, Damian Marley, and more. The album peaked at number 8 on the Billboard R&B/Hip Hop Albums chart and reached number 5 on the Billboard Rap Albums chart. The single Hey, featuring 3OH, 3, was also featured on MTV's Jersey Shore soundtrack with the entire cast appearing in the music video. The second single, Outta Your Mind, was featured in the film Project X and used by Alex and Twitch on the Fox television series, So You Think You Can Dance, which is considered to be the finest hip-hop routine ever performed on the series. Lil Jon said that after the crunk era, I was fried from producing so much, eventually rediscovering a passion for performing as a DJ after discovering DJ Spider. This led to him meeting Steve Aoki, with whom he teamed up alongside Laidback Luke to record the song Turbulence, released on May 14, 2011, as a digital download in the United Kingdom and was released on July 17, 2011, as an EP. The radio edit version of the song was included on the bonus track version of Aoki's debut album Wonderland. The song is also the current official goal song for the Toronto Maple Leafs. In July 2011, he released a song with LMFAO called Drink through Ultra Records. It was used in the trailer for the film The World's End. In 2012, he appeared on 3 songs featured in the film Step Up Revolution and on the film's soundtrack. He would go on to perform one of the songs from the film, Goin' In, with Jennifer Lopez on the season finale of television series American Idol. In 2013, Lil Jon collaborated with DJ Snake and released Turn Down for What on Columbia Records. The song reached number 1 on Billboard's Rhythmic and Hot Dance/Electronic Songs charts, number 2 on the Dance/Mix Show Airplay chart, number 4 on the Hot 100, and number 5 on the Mainstream Top 40. The song has had significant use in media and was certified 6 times platinum by the RIA. Lil Jon also partnered with Zumba Fitness to create a new nightclub tour titled Zumba Nightclub Series, and for the Zumba Fitness series, he released a new song called Work. On July 22, 2014, Lil Jon released the single Bend Over, featuring Tyga, on Epic Records. The song was featured in the 2-part series finale of the NBC television series Parks and Recreation. Take It Off, featuring Yandel and Becky G, was released on July 22, 2016, and the single Alive, featuring Offset and 2 Chainz, was released in 2018 on Geffen Records. In December 2018, Lil Jon released the Christmas single All I Really Want for Christmas, featuring Kool-Aid Man, in cooperation with the Kool-Aid brand of soft drinks. In 2018, Lil Jon appeared in Volume 2 of the Future-led soundtrack for the film Superfly. The following year, he appeared in the soundtrack for Spies in Disguise, curated by Mark Ronson. Lil Jon made a cameo in Usher's Super Bowl 58 halftime show, performing Turn Down for What and his portion of Yeah. Other ventures. BME Recordings. In 2004, Smith, McDowell, Phillips and Searcy launched BME Recordings in a joint venture with Warner Brothers Records and released The King of Crunk and BME Recordings Present, Trillville and Lil Scrappy, 2004, with Lil Jon producing most of the album. The album single Some Cut has been a favorite of samplers over the years. The label entered the San Francisco Bay Area HYPHY music scene with Bay Area rapper E40, releasing the album My Ghetto Report Card, 2006, with the Lil Jon produced single Tell Me When to Go. The label released the album Bred to Die, Born to Live, 2006, by Lil Scrappy. Acting career. In 2003, Lil Jon was the voice of Jang Ryang in the American remake of the South Korean film Volcano High, broadcast on MTV. After he was famously parodied by comedian Dave Chappelle, he would go on to make numerous appearances on the Comedy Central series Chappelle's Show. He has since appeared on various TV shows, including Andre 3000's animated series Class of 3000, Crank Yankers, Robotomy, Hell's Kitchen, Tiny House Nation, Hollywood Puppet Show, American Idol, About a Boy, Celebrity Apprentice, and All-Star Celebrity Apprentice, Bar Rescue, The Bachelorette, Hip Hop Squares, and a commercial for Bud Light. Lil Jon is a fan of the television show The Walking Dead and has made multiple appearances as a guest on Talking Dead, 54, on January 29, 2019. A Pepsi Super Bowl commercial featuring Lil Jon, rapper Cardi B and actor Steve Carell was released in 2022. Lil Jon teamed up with for interior designer Anitra Mekadon for the HGTV show Lil Jon Wants to Do What? Centered around home renovations. Musical style and influences. Jason Birchmeier of AllMusic has described Lil Jon's production as bass-heavy, and his album Put Yo Hood Up as having a long and varied list of guest rappers to accompany the beats. Describing that album with guest performers, Birchmeier remarked, "The end result is an album that resembles a street-level mixtape rather than a traditional artist-oriented album." Lil Jon was specifically influenced by 2 Live Crew, 8 Ball and MJG, 3 6 Mafia, Outkast, Ghetto Boys, UGK, NWA, Dr. Dre, and Sir Mix-a-Lot. Alex Henderson, also of AllMusic, contrasted Lil Jon's style of rowdy, in-your-face, profanity-filled party music with other Southern rappers, those who have a gangsta/thug life agenda and those who convey serious socio-political messages. Lil Jon has also found influence in rock music, having worked with Rick Rubin and Korn. He expresses this influence in his aggressive delivery and yelling style of rap. He was seen on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of All Time program wearing a Bad Brains t-shirt, and he used to listen to Lynyrd Skynyrd while growing up in the South in the 1970s.